Shalom, shalom, Yashar Allah. I want to start off first things first, giving all praise and glory to Yahweh, Bahashim, Yahweh Shah, Bahashim Ruach which is the Pellet who returns, created as his Father, the Son, the Holy Spirit. Double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone, and shalom to your sister and brothers living this truth, and shalom to the brothers and sisters that's listening and studying to show themselves approved. Shalom. Woo, about to come with one. Hey, I got inspired. This is a 1/3 hopefully elect, new brother in the truth. Been checking him out. And his lesson been on my spirit for a minute. I had to double back on it. And he let out this lesson right here called Martyrdom, the Crown of Life. And I was listening to it and I got inspired by it. You know, it's kind of almost like a testimony. He gave a little testimony in it. So I recommend y'all subscribe. You know, he brings out a lot of good information. It's some more stuff I'll probably do another lesson on that he brought out too. That fame of the word, they're talking about banning TikTok. But anyway, back on the subject, this lesson really hit home right here. Because I like the realization. I like what Yahushua, showed this brother. He's increasing his faith. Because he gives a testimony here like, he was worried about what Esau gonna do, what Esau gonna think. And then the spirit hit him like, forget what Esau talking about, man. Hey, I gotta serve the Lord. Whether that, my life is on the line or whether it's not. But I gotta do what I was created to do. And I like how Yahushua put on his spirit to say that, because that's exactly where we need to be at, man, especially us men, because we're warriors for Yahweh Bashmi Yahushua. And what's happening is, as he's in this truth, his faith is increasing. And as your faith increase, you can everything is gonna change, man. Your whole mindset gonna change. You're gonna be in a whole different ballpark as far as your thinking and the way you move. And it's happening for him. And it's just great to see that. And it really is very inspiring to see the power of Yahweh Bashim Yahushua. Because we're coming to a point where that faith is going to be needed. Yahweh Bashim need warriors that's going to stand tall for him and not buckle under pressure. Because that's what Esau about to do in Great Wrath, man. Esau about to shake trees. Pretty much Yahweh Bashim is about to shake trees using Esau. So he going to find out who really believe in him or who just faking the funk because it's a trend. And a lot of people, they so fearful of Esau, they scared to even do the works of Yahweh Bashim. Terrified. And see, I'm going to give a quick testimony. Me, when I first coming into this truth, Yahshua, like, I grew up in the hood in Tulsa. So the men around me, the people I had around me at the time, they were like ex-hood dudes. I started hanging around older people and they was all ex-hood dudes. And as I started coming into the truth, I had, because I always hung around like intelligent people. I always like to hang around high-minded people. So we was all starting to come into the truth, this realization that we're Hebrew Israelites. It was a group of Israelite men I used to hang with. But here's the difference. And here's where I had to, he gave me new fruit, people to hang around, to hopefully let. When it got down to really serving the Lord and taking this thing seriously, I'm the only one doing it. They were too afraid to really take it seriously and take that next step or go on the highway and hedge and really serve the Lord. Because what they told me is they're afraid of what Esau gonna do if he sees them, serving the Lord. Because this is a big thing. This number one hated thing that Esau hates is calling on your nationality. They make that a crime. To call yourself a Hebrew Israelite. And then you're in the highway and hedges, telling Esau he the devil, Most people don't have the bravery or the faith to do that. They're scared. Esau got all the guns. Esau got the military power, the police force. He has the technology. And they don't want to be held in that bad light. They don't want to be enemies to the world. The men that was around me, that's they complaint. Because none of them hit the highway and hedges with me. Now, the one Kadar Sahan that I came up with, he hits the highway and hedges with me. But as far as the others I came up with, they're too afraid to do that. And after a while, I just quit hanging with them. And I just hang with Bayan and my Kadar Sahan. And we just, talk about the truth. Because we're not afraid of Esau. And it was crazy that none of those two men are, ex-gang members. But all the gangster dudes is too scared to do it. So that's why I started seeing something like, these gangster dudes really ain't tough, man. They really ain't bad like that. They just full of curses. They'll go to Jake real tough, but going against the real enemy Esau, they're afraid. So I don't want to hear that. Oh, I'm OG. I want to hear that, man. You afraid, man. You really a coward. Like, you'll do something to your own people, but you ain't gonna do nothing to Esau. So all gangster dudes is weak to me in my eyes. And the dude tell me, oh yeah, I rep nigga crip, you weak, man. Cause the two brothers with me, they didn't come from gangs. And none of us are afraid to do the truth, be on the highway and hedges, and proclaim this truth to Esau. And what it is that those men that came up with me, it was a trend in them. They don't have faith. That's the key ingredient you need to really stand up to Esau is faith, man. You have to have faith that Yahushua is going to protect you. You got to believe on that. And me, that came easy to me. For one, I've never been afraid of Esau. I've never been afraid of Esau. I always hated Esau. So that, that might be another brother's issue. That was never really issue for me. Like, and then like coming to this truth, it really solidified my faith to where I'm like, I wish Esau would. That's my mindset. Like, my power is greater than what anything Esau can do. So when I'm out on the highway and hedges, I'm like lit up. Like, I'm bold as a lion. I'm not afraid at all to proclaim the truth to no Edomite on the block. And that's not to say to be out here like Gorilla Hebrew, beating your chest. I'm Hebrew. You gotta handle this thing in, with wisdom. So the police run up, I tell him, read him his rights, but I ain't gonna be out there, are you a devil? And nah, because then you're gonna go to jail, or he might shoot you. Even then, I ain't really afraid of Esau like that. We've had encounters with the police out there, so I know how to handle that issue, man. That goes from the apostles, elders, brothers I seen do this thing, and they have encountered the police, so I know the correct way to do that. And Yahushua been protecting us, man. We be out there with a lot of demons, man. Right there on Black Wall Street, it's a lot of people on drugs, and the demons be on them. Because I know as soon as we open up some precepts, as soon as we say a precept, man, they react off of that. They get to cussing and fighting. I be like, golly, man, these people got demons on them. And I don't get afraid, like, man, what they gonna do to us? Because they be, they be talking that rough stuff. We've had to run in one of them devils that was high on drugs. And, he was afraid. He talked all that stuff. And it was demons coming out that dude, too. And he didn't, he ain't come in the circle. Because really he was afraid, really. And that's that he's afraid of Yahushua. And that's what we're going to have to do. And see, when Jacob's trouble come, that's going to be very vital and important. When they start snatching us up and throwing us in the camps and gunning down Jakes, like, that faith is going to really be important, man. We can't fold in them times. So I like when he did that lesson. And really, what you got to do, because this is what I've done and what helps me, you got to count the cost. Will you give your life for this truth? And I told myself that when I was getting ready, to do the ministry. And the answer for me was yes. So once you come to that conclusion and you willing to give your life for Yahushua, it's like it makes it easy to do this. Because then hey, I wish you would, take me out for doing the truth. It'd be your mindset. You don't really, like, fear don't hit you. Ain't no anxiety. You out there doing what you were supposed to do, what you were born to do. That's how I look at it. I was born to teach this truth. This is my purpose. This is what I'm supposed to do in life. So when I do it, I be full of the spirit, man. I got a lot of enthusiasm. It brings me a lot of joy, excitement, because I'm finally doing what I was created to do. And there's nothing better that I could do outside of that. So when I'm doing it, man, I make sure I do it, because it is a passion for me. To preach the truth for Yahushua, this is a very high honor. And I feel very privileged and blessed that he opened me up to get this truth, that I can do this. So I'm very grateful for that. And I handle this thing, it is precious, very precious. So I handle it like that. And your faith, that's what you need to do this. It's got to be, your faith has got to be up. It's got to be to that level. And it might not be there initially for some brothers, but stay in the truth. Just like this brother did, man. He stayed with it, and then he just had that epiphany, It hit him in the spirit. He's like, man, these brothers can do this because of their faith. I need to get my faith to that level. And you can just tell, like, man, listen, lessons, like, it's starting to really just hit him like that. And I'm like, man, that's the power of Yahweh Shah right there. It's working. And it's a beautiful thing to see brothers and sisters come into this truth, man. It shows that the fruits of our labor, the fruits of the labor of the apostles and elders that came before us, is not in vain, man. This is why we do this works, man. It's for the house of David, to edify, to help, our brothers and sisters in this truth. Be a good watchman, let them know what Esau's doing. Give advance warning, tell them where we at in prophecy, man. This thing is lovely, man. This is a very lovely setup that Yahweh Shah has built for us. And that's why I be telling people, don't take this thing as light, man. It's not. You should be in this thing like your pants is on fire, whether you're teaching the truth or just listening and getting the truth. I know this too, like, I know this with all the apostles and elders, especially the elders that's in this truth. Like, this because you teach don't mean you stop listening. No, you still eat up on lessons yourself. You still, because you get inspired. Just like I'm inspired by this brother's lesson to do other lessons. It's like a building thing, man. Iron sharpens iron. And, I'm going to quit all that talking. Let's get to the scriptures, man. But I just had to let that out, that watching this thing unfold it's a beauty. It really is. And I hope that I continues to do this, because I'm loving it. So check it out. This 2 Samuel 22 and 31. And it says, as for Yahweh, his way is perfect. The word of the Lord is tried. He is a buckler to all them that trust in him. You peep that. I trust in Yahweh Shah. He protected me even when I wasn't in the truth, man. When I was at the lost, it's been certain situations where I should have been dead. Yasharallah. I should have been. So I'm like, okay, if he protected me when I wasn't in the truth, how much more than I'm in the truth and giving him praises and praying and doing the work for him? How much more? So that means I need to be out here straight fearless when I'm teaching the word of the Lord. He got me. He had me before. So why should I doubt now that I'm doing what I'm supposed to do? So my faith, see, I ponder on things like that. That just kicks my faith up to the highest level. Like, I feel like Yahweh Shah really got my back now. I believe that. Because now I'm in my lot. Now I'm doing my purpose. And it said right there, he's a buckler to all them that trust in him. And he is, man. There's been times people been doing stuff to me. Things been happening. And I felt I ain't even got to fight or do anything. People getting fired from jobs, just messing with me. I told the Edomite at my job I'm at now. He was really just on me, Yasharallah, trying to just, put hell on me. And I told that dude, like, hey, man, I don't think you want to do that. I'm not, your average. I told the Edomite that. He took it as a challenge. He messed with me more. I look up, he got fired. It was a Jake I was getting into it with. He got fired. Yahweh Shah is really fighting them battles and I ain't even got to do nothing. I just look up and they're like, oh, yeah, that dude, he bugged out, man. He was up here drunk and just wigged on out at work and bugged out. I'm like, what? Word? And he's fired, And he was a Jake I was getting into it with because Esau got scared. So Esau started using 2/3 Jakes to attack me. And Yahweh Shah got rid of them as well. And I'm looking like, I ain't even got to lift a finger. I had to do nothing. The Lord getting these dudes up out my way. So if he's doing that at like a job, imagine when Esau come down with great wrath, the protection Yahweh Shah is going to give us. He truly is a buckler to them that trust in him, because I do, wholeheartedly. And I look to King David, who had faith out of this world, as a role model who I need to be like. Really, we need to be like Yahweh Shah, but he was perfect. So it's like, I know I can't, compare to Yahweh Shah. So let me shoot for King David. My salvation's in the house of David. Let me shoot for King David, And I noticed about King David, his faith was just like unwavering. He had faith, like he always believed in Yahweh Shah. When he went against a 9-foot Hamite, he believed in the Lord. He didn't even put on no armor. He said, just give me my sling I've been using. I've been knocking out bears and lions. I got it, man. Who this heathen? Him? And he trusted in the Lord, man. He wasn't afraid when he went against Goliath. That's how we got to be. Because right now, Esau a giant. We small, like King David. We real small, man. But hey, we got trust in that rock and that sling. Who that? Yahweh Shai. That's that rock right there, man. We got trust in that rock, man. It's gonna hold us down. So I'm looking at the devil like, hey, man, I don't think you want to try me over here. I'm in my correct lot. I got works. I got faith. Man, you try it if you want to. I don't think it's gonna go good for you. And see, when I say that, let's go to King David on something that he said that I love. Let's go to Psalms 105 and 14. And this is Psalms 105 and 14. He suffered no man to do them wrong, yet he reproved kings for their sakes. Woo, a prophet. He would reprove a king to protect the prophet. Then go 15, saying, touch not my anointed and do my prophets no harm. And I believe I'm a prophet of Yahweh Shai, so I be looking at Esau like, look here, you better not do me no harm. I'm not your average, man. And I believe wholeheartedly in Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai, that I'm doing what I'm supposed to be doing. I got my faith, I got my works, like the correct doctrine. So I'm like, hey, I don't recommend R2 or whoever. I don't recommend that you mess with me. And I've been seeing that at work. You know, people that have been giving me issues been getting out the way, man. Yahweh Shai is doing away with them. So I gotta keep my trust on that when Jacob Trouble fall out, he gonna continue to do the same. If I continue to do the same. And that's how we all gotta think, brothers and sisters that's in this truth. You know, we gotta be like, hey, man, Yahweh Shai got me. I'm in the truth. I'm in the house of David. And for us brothers that's teaching the truth, you know, like, I'm a prophet, man. But the Most High, he said, hey, don't do me no harm. Because these devils are for sure about to do that. They about to do that. You know, they're going to cast us into camps. Think to take our lives from us. That's the number one thing they're going to threaten us with is our lives. You know, when the MOTB roll out. I think even before it roll out, they're going to be trying to snatch the prophets up, torture us, trying to make us give up our other brothers. And so we got to get ready for some pain. They might have us in a chair, you know, waterboarding or chopping fingers off or whatever they doing, you know, hitting you with a hammer and just torturing you to make you renounce your Yahweh Shai or to turn on your brothers in this truth. That's the devil gonna do. And see, that's something you gotta lock into your mind. Like how I was doing that lesson he did, like martyrdom. You gotta be ready to give your life for this. Like, do your best, Esau. I'm not really caring. You know, we gotta be soldiers, warriors. And it's good to lock that in your head, so when it happens, you're in that situation, it's not gonna be like, oh my Lord, what they gonna do to me? I'm so scared. You're gonna be in that chair like, I'm ready for this, man. I've been waiting on this. What you gonna do? You know, and just take your pain, you know, like a soldier. And see, this right here, I'm gonna go to this right here, because this is gonna be a big time precept to me. And when I first read it, I was like, wow, ain't no losing. So I'm going to start out, this is 1 Thessalonians 4 and 15. For this we say unto you by the word of the Lord, that we which are alive and remain unto the coming of the Lord shall not prevent them which are asleep. Here go to point in 16. For the Lord himself shall descend from heaven with a shout, and with the voice of the archangel, and with the trump of Yahweh, and the dead in Hammashach shall rise first. So if you give your life, if you get martyred for this truth, using the truth, they destroyed you because of the truth, you will rise first during the resurrection when Yahweh Shai comes back. So you know what that means, Yahshua? That means you can't lose in this truth. Even if they take your life for Yahweh Shai in this gospel, you rise first at resurrection. So it lets me know there's nothing this devil can do to make me lose my blessing and my promise if I continue in the faith. Like, even if he take my life, I still won. If he destroys me for the gospel and the word of Yahweh Shai, I still won. So with that being said, the devil, if you're in the truth, you already done won. So why should I fear death in that instance? Like, I still gonna get my reward. I still get the rods first during the resurrection, as the scripture said. So really, it's nothing this devil can do, really, to break, the marriage. So that right there should like really amp your spirit and have your faith on high. Like, being in the truth is a W. If you stay within the house of David, even when it comes to death, you still get the W. Death cannot separate this reunion that's about to happen. That's the beautiful thing about it. And that right there is something that just got my faith just booming. So I'm gonna let's go to Revelation 2 and 10. That's a good one too. That brothers need to ponder on. All of us need to ponder on that one. Because they got the camps going. So check this out. This is going to go with what we just read. This is Revelation 2 and 10. Fear none of those things which thou shalt suffer. Behold, the devil should cast some of you into prison, that ye may be tried, and ye shall have tribulation 10 days. Be thou faithful unto death, and I will give thee a crown of life. See, line upon line, precept upon precept, here a little, there a little. That goes right with what we just read in Thessalonians. Right with it. Because he said, be faithful unto death, and I will give thee a crown of life. So even they got your head in the guillotine, they about to drop it. Hey, man, still don't renounce Yahweh Shah. Like, hey, devil, do what you got to do. And see, I'm at the point, my faith is so high, I'm at the point where I'm ready for spiritual power to kick in. We're at the point where spiritual power is going to be gifted to certain brothers. Certain brothers are going to get martyred. Certain brothers are going to get their spiritual power. And I believe through faith, I'm going to receive spiritual power. I'm ready to be a battle axe for Yahweh Shah. Jeremiah chapter 51. And I'm ready to do that. So I'm like, and the only way that's going to get activated is my faith has to be tried. Esau got to jump on us, seek to do us harm. And then when we in that golden moment where our faith is on trial, he be like, man, you better renounce your Yahweh Shah. Shut that stuff up. Say you a Hebrew Israelite again. Say it again, And we got to hold strong. And hey, Yahweh Shah be like, man, look here, man. What did I say? Give us our spiritual power that we get to do what we supposed to do to Esau. And that's what I believe. That's my faith. And I'm loving it. I am loving it. So let's go to this. Let's go to Psalms, back to King David. We probably end off this right here. But yeah, it's time. You got to make that decision. For you fully engulf yourself in this truth, you got to come to a decision like, are you willing to give your life for this? Once you have decided in your mind that you're going to give your life for this truth, nothing will be able to stop you after that. Nothing. You're going to catch the fire. You're going to be pushing out lessons. You're going to be just compelled and motivated to push as hard as you can. Because you don't have that fear, what Esau going to do to me? A lot of people get held back by that. If you catch a brother, he lukewarm, or somebody that fell out the truth, you know why they fell out? Because they lacked faith. They didn't have faith. And they got scared, or some pulled them back into the world, or they worried about what Esau going to do. They're afraid, and they ain't counted the cost yet. You got to count the cost, and you need to do that before you get in this truth. You need to say to yourself, are you willing to give your life for this truth? That way you won't have shackles on you. You out here, you won't be all kind of, half-stepping and, I ain't trying to upset Esau. I ain't trying to put myself out there like that. I just want to do the truth halfway and then be safe. Like, nah, man. Yeah, Most High ain't dealing with spirits like that. He want those that's going, like he said, if you lukewarm, he's going to spit you out. He want those that's hot on fire. And to be hot on fire, you can't be afraid. You can't have that fear in the back of your mind and that doubt in the back of your mind. Like, man, what if Esau do this to me? What if I get snatched up? What if I come out the house and he just snatch me up and throw me back there? See, my mindset don't think like that. My mind think like, if Esau snatched me up, like, man, that dude about to get messed up. You just grabbed a weapon. You just grab something that's about to ignite on your butt. You just don't know it yet. So that's how my mindset think. I think like man, I'm walking like Esau. Do you know the power I'm dealing with? Do you know? Do you really want to try me? You know, that be my mindset, Yasharala. Like, I'm not afraid of Esau. Really, like, I'm ready for him to do what he gonna do. I'm waiting on him. You know I'm not gonna get activated until my face get tried. So I'm ready for the trial, the tribulations to come. I'm ready for the test to come. And I'm ready to ace it. See, I'm already in that part of my thinking. I'm like already meditating on, them putting me in a hard way and me overcoming. Because I'm not about to buckle to this devil. No, man. Yahweh looking for warriors. He looking for stand-up men that's going to, man, tell this devil, like, in the face of adversity. You know, they might have you on your knees, the little bag over your head, you before a firing squad, and they be like, all right, this is your last chance. Renounce me in the Hebrew Israelite. I'm not going to do it. So, hey, do what you got to do, devil. And then we going to see. That's what I'm ready to see. I'm ready to see how much do Yahweh love me and see if he going to protect me. Because I believe he will, and I want to see it. And for me to see it, the scenario has to play out. So I'm looking forward to the scenario. So I'm not, and that right there, I notice, like, brothers are saying my spirit. Like, when you got a spirit like that, people can feel that. They can feel it. Like, man, this dude is bold. This dude, man, he on fire. This dude don't give a damn. Because I don't. I'm out here like, hey, man, Yahweh got me. I'm ready to be a warrior for Yahweh Shah. I'm ready to get down. I'm ready for the power to manifest. And the power is only going to manifest when the devil, like, what's that? My favorite precept, Isaiah 59:19. When he come in like a flood and he got us all hemmed up, then it's lights, camera, action. And I always lean right here. Check this out. This is Psalms 9:10. And they that know thy name will put their trust in thee. For thou, Lord, has not forsaken them that seek thee. I found Yahweh Shah. I know the names of the Lord, and I got my trust in him fully, all the way. All my eggs in the basket, all my cards on Yahweh Shah. All of it. I put everything on the Lord that he got me. And what that precept say, the Lord has not forsaken them that seek him. And I seek him daily. I don't like coming to the truth. I know a lot of people that get stagnant, not in the truth. If you ain't growing, you're not in the truth. You should be getting better and better and better as you in this truth. Because you should be eating up, drinking up, and you should know more. You should be better. I know a lot of people that came into the truth and they still stuck on beginner stage. Like, what are you doing? You're not growing. If you're not growing, you're not in the truth. You just playing with it. Because there should be some growth if you're seriously and dedicated in doing it. Because I wild at my growth. Like, if I still have my other page I used to have, like, it's a huge difference when I first started to where I'm at now. And it's easy for me to do these lessons now. Like, everything is getting easier. That's the growth that's showing. I'm still getting opened up. I still eat on the word. Still get, my breakdowns. Still love to hear brothers put this truth out. I like hearing this song. It's a very beautiful song, and I love hearing it. It's what compels me to keep going in this wicked trash can that we living in. And it keeps me in the spirit because I'm ready for the kingdom of heaven, which is surely to come. And what does Yahweh want? He wants faith. Will he find faith? And when it comes to me, the answer is yes. I got it. And I'm going to keep it, Lord willing. Because it's like, it's on fire right now. It's a big blaze, big wildfire. That's when I look at the Esau like, dude, you done messed up, man. You done messed up, man. Ain't no finessing. Ain't no getting me to go back into the world. I'm like, how can I go back into something I've never been a part of? I've always hated the world. I've always been looking for Yahweh Shah my whole existence. And now that I found him, I'll be damned if I let you take that away from me. Because not even death can take that away from me. So Esau gonna have to just, get ready for slavery. Because I'm not about to buckle. I'm looking to ace the trial and tribulation. And I'm like, you can't even threaten me with that. So that means what? You got nothing. You got nothing, devil. So he has an L coming. And see, I know that too. You gotta know Esau got an L coming, Yasharala. So why be all nervous and anxious? He got the L coming. We got the W. All we gotta do is continue. Continue in the faith, continue in the truth. And we got it. So with that, man, I hope this has been edifying. I want to say Kwame Yasharala, DT Above Bob, Shalom.